I didn't want to make this video. I really didn't, but I feel like if you're a fan of Yes Theory, it's really important that you hear this. Yes Theory is known for their inviting and inclusive environment, their kind and charitable hearts, their lust for adventure, and generally being the golden boys of YouTube.
We would love to give you a $10,000 scholarship for the next 4 years.
I had the experience of working with them recently, and I just really have to let you all know. It's all totally true. Their new season starts today. It's incredible, and you should definitely go check it out. Here's my experience working with Yes Theory. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to MattTheBat's Bat Shit Show. As always, I'm your host, MattTheBat, and I got you in the intro. You should have seen your pathetic little faces. I'm sorry for clickbaiting you, but I gotta get those views somehow since my friends and family clearly stopped watching my shit. I'm joking, but this is the reminder to go like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I want to get to 1,000 followers by July, so let's do this. Let's go. So yeah, as I mentioned, I worked with Yes Theory recently, and I kind of just wanted to talk about how cool the experience was, because I feel like, all the seekers out there probably wonder what it's actually like to work at the Yes House with all those guys, so I thought it'd be a fun little YouTube video to explain my story and explain how I ended up there in the first place. So essentially, I first started watching Yes Theory videos back in July of 2020 when I was stuck moping in my room, had a shaved head, I was ugly as and the videos simultaneously somehow cured my depression and got me back into the YouTube sphere, which I had been out of for like 12 years at that point. I was super inspired to watch their journey from the beginning because I got to watch, I got to see where they were and see how they got there. It was super cool to kind of look back and watch, and I was immediately hooked. Fast forward to November 2020, I'm in Los Angeles.
They're drinking Gatorade.
Yeah.
I meet up with my friend MattTheBat, an amazing YouTuber who was collaborating with Yes Theory at the time, and I was editing for him, so he invited me over to the Yes House. Strangely enough, I had just made a fun and really ridiculous video application to be a guest host in their second channel while Thomas was overseas for a little bit. So when I got there, some of the guys had recognized me from that video, which was awesome. And I remember walking in there and just being kind of instantly floored at how cool the spot was. If you know Yes Theory, you know how much the culture revolves around that Venice Beach house, so it was just such a sick experience to actually walk through those doors. One person I connected with immediately was Tommy, who's the head editor. He's Matt's younger brother and a reoccurring face in the Yes Theory universe. He also, on the side, edits and stars in what I think is the greatest cooking show in human history. It's called the greatest cooking show in human history. Yeah, you should check it out.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Oh, it sounds pretty tasty too. Can't wait.
Well, me neither. Okay, let's get into it.
But yeah, he's awesome, and we connected on being the same age and both creatives from a Connecticut coastal town. It was pretty cool. 203 life, am I right? Fast forward again to last month, I'm out in LA for a few months, and Yes Theory is bringing on editors to help with their upcoming season. My friend MattTheBat, who I said before I was editing for him, he puts in the good word for me. I reach out to them as well, and then they give me a shot to come freelance for them. So for 2 weeks on my off hours of my really, busy and chaotic 9 to 5, I'm running over to the Yes House, scrambling there to help edit a video for their upcoming season. And I got to spend 2 weeks hanging with the guys and experiencing the allure of the Yes House, which was just honestly really, really awesome. And if you know me, you know how eternally grateful I am for anybody who gives me a shot like this. So maybe I'm overhyping, but it was really such a dream come true. And I'm gonna tell you just what it was like. So I was editing a video for their upcoming season, which I don't want to talk too much in detail about because I'm not sure what the rollout plan is for the episode, so I don't really want to spoil anything, but it was an awesome video and an awesome concept. I got to watch the raw footage of their whole journey, which was like 10 hours of footage. They don't f around, they film a lot of stuff. And I got to see firsthand just how ballsy these guys really are. It's also funny because you'll be just sitting in the office and witnessing this shit firsthand, just the insanity. I mean, one day Amar decided he wanted to go climb this giant mountain on his birthday. He did it. He went missing for a few days and nobody heard from him. And I think they might have even called the police to go search for him because he just wasn't responding. And then he just comes back like it was no sweat off his back after just going up this gigantic mountain. These dudes are insane, I'm telling you. And not only are they insane, but they're just so genuinely funny like you see in the videos, like legitimately funny for the whole 10 hours. So it was such a treat to see all the raw footage, and it was almost like a behind the scenes look at what goes into making a video. So that was super cool for me because it was this exclusive sneak peek, into the world of Yes Theory, Yeah. During those 2 weeks, I shared a desk with Thomas for a lot of it, and he taught me about story structure and how they go about filming their videos and the kind of emotion they want to convey in them, and just kind of learning about the method to their madness when it comes to this insane narrative structure that they have built up that is just so iconic and is known to be some of the best storytelling on YouTube. So to learn about that, it was it was a once in a lifetime opportunity that you could kind of only experience by just doing it. You can read about it online, but to hear, from somebody who you really admire was just such a unique thing and such an awesome thing for me. And I feel like I could take those things that I learned and sort of apply them to my own work as I carry on my own YouTube journey. So that was, once in a lifetime opportunity right there. But it was just a really cool environment where people just push each other to just make good shit and to just do better. No egos, just good, solid people. They even made it a point to show me a good time outside of work. My friend from home was visiting, so they invited us to come over and to a fun little low-key cocktail night where we just listened to music on vinyl, played darts, drank some amazing cocktails, watched old French films on the TV. It was just awesome. Such a great vibe, and it was a night for the books. And for me, I work in a 9-to-5 massive corporate building in Times Square for my full-time job, my day job. And so being in this guest house surrounded by this kind of energy was such a different and rewarding experience. You feel more at home in a sense because everyone's just being themselves, and they're all my age too. So to be there with all these kids hanging out, it just felt like we were friends collaborating on something that we all believed in. It was honestly so cool. Other YouTubers and creatives just drop by to the office to say hello. The manager from a local coffee shop brings over coffee and hangs with the guys, and it's just such an inviting place that truly welcomes you with open arms. And I would expect nothing less from watching these videos because that's who they are in real life. And not to mention, you can kind of feel the creativity just pulsing through that place. They're all truly top tier creatives, so it was super interesting to see how they all work together. I got to hear it all, from the notes process of the edits to the guys joking around to ideating new video concepts. It was just such an amazing experience to be a fly on the wall. I never thought I would be. With that being said, bear with me during this part. It's gonna be a little sentimental, as if I didn't embarrass myself enough for making this video. This is gonna sound corny and maybe a little bit pathetic, but I do remember one night I was working late into the night to catch up a bit on the edit, and I was sitting around on the couch looking at the walls, the giant Yes Theory sign, the YouTube plaques, and all these photos everywhere that are just Polaroids of little snippets of the adventures that I've watched on YouTube. And I had to stop a minute just to catch my breath. It was just this real holy shit moment, because for me, I realized how quickly I was able to find my way to this room by just being consistent and passionate. And I think being a good person too. I was able to network my way to this room. And I thought about my 10-year-old self who was making stupid YouTube videos on my flip camera when I was a kid, and just felt such a sense of pride and accomplishment wash over me. Knowing that I had made it here in any capacity, no matter what this experience turned into, I could never talk to these guys again in my life, and I would still feel like this experience was something that I had worked for. They say that luck is when preparedness meets opportunity, and I kind of felt like in that situation that's what happened to me, and I felt that in that moment, and it was surreal, honestly. And at the end of the day, a lot of people just don't practice what they preach. So getting to meet these guys in person and seeing how much respect and love they have for everybody else and for each other was an honor. You hear horror stories about a lot of the ways these YouTubers and celebrities act off camera, and it's just the opposite of that. I did not experience any of that. Everybody treated me with such respect, and you can't ask for anything more off just a random freelance trial. And I'm a stranger to them. They didn't owe me shit, and they were still great. So in conclusion, Yes Theory is awesome. They're great dudes who built a great environment that fosters creativity and family and unity, and I'm just so lucky to have spent that time working with, honestly, some of my heroes. For me, as honestly a pretty new YouTuber, it was super interesting and reassuring to see how they built this sort of empire and out of making such well done and wholesome videos, and it was an experience that I'll never forget. So thanks, guys. Yes Theory's newest season drops today on YouTube, and we linked in the description below. Should I make a Sim Series episode on this, guys? I feel like I simped enough about them in here, but I feel like if I made one of those, it might be like 2 hours long. But should I do it? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe while you're at it. I'm having such a blast making these, and your support really just keeps me going through the long, grueling nights of editing and rendering and all this stuff. It's a lot of work to make this puppet move, whether you think it or not. It's a lot of shit. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, hello. If you've been here, welcome back. Thank you for watching again. I'm MattTheBat from MattTheBat's Patch Chit Show, and make sure to tune in next week. Or else.